Welcome to the Swinburne Professional Staff Podcast with Christy and Nick. It's made by professional staff for all Swinburne staff. Hello, I'm Christy Horn, one half of your podcasting duo, and thanks so much for tuning in. I've got the giggles and I'll tell you why in a minute. But thank you so much for tuning into the podcast today. Actually, it's a really special edition. You can see, before we crack open today's episode, it's my pleasure to welcome back to the mic my lovely co-host, the wonderful Nicola Howard.
Hi everybody, and Christy, please tell our listeners and our viewers why you're giggling right now.
I forgot to hit the record button and we were like five minutes into the recording session, so look, my brain's not in it today. I don't know what's going on. We normally do a hot lap on Tuesdays, but we're recording. Yeah.
I really like that excuse. Yeah, that's working for you. Yeah, my brain usually gets a bit of a kick with our hot lap, so I can see why. You're using that one. So yeah, next week back to walking.
Oh no,
the week after.
Yeah, the week after. Yeah. So how you going, Nick?
Again, I'm going
Yeah.
no.
Did I already ask that?
Yeah. No, I'm going really well, and I'm really enjoying being outside. It's one of those days where it's not too hot, not too cold, so it's a bit of a Goldilocks day. So for us little Goldilocks, it's really lovely out here on Hawthorn campus.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And you can see the leaves are falling down around us when the wind picks up, a slight breeze. But it is beautiful. We're in the learning circle. So it's great to be with you today on video and audio.
It was really nice. We had some students sitting around us. One was crocheting, another one was reading. There was a couple of people scrolling on their phones, but just taking in the sunshine. So it's been nice just to be sitting here amongst it.
Yeah, we could do this more often, actually.
Oh no, someone's just turned up with KFC, and that's just way too tempting now.
Yeah. Oh, yum. That's going to really change things.
That's going to make me a bit preoccupied. Okay, keep going.
We don't have the technology to move, all right? Well, this is just a really short podcast today, and it's a couple of days before our Easter break, and I think most people are taking a really long, well-earned break. It's been a really fast start to the year. I know everyone's been super busy, and Good Friday's this coming Friday, and I'm taking the days off in between Easter and Anzac Day, and having a nice break, about 10 days.
Yeah, I definitely am. I've really looked forward to this break with starting a new job at the start of this year and being on a project for the last 6 months of 2024. I hadn't actually booked a holiday for the first half of 2024, so I think it's been since 2023 that I've had longer than a long weekend, so I'm really looking forward to this break.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Nothing. No. Just probably catching up with some family, and I've already said I'm going to walk the dog every day.
Oh, great!
Like, just really make the most of the relaxation and refresh.
It's a mozzie.
Oh,
saved you.
Mozzies love me.
I know, same here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm on mozzie alert now. The dangers of being in the wild.
Yeah, that's right. Podcasting in the wild is not for all.
Some professional development that I've come across, and I think you might have already done it, but it's the Elmo Black Dog Institute, the mental health training for staff and also for managers. And I blocked out some time last week to do it, but hopefully I can get to it this week. But you've seen that on Viva Engage?
Yeah, definitely. And I did book it in as one of the pilot people who were testing it out in order to be able to give some feedback. And I found it really good. It was so interactive, just different ways of learning, quizzes, lots of video content. So it really addresses different ways of learning. A couple of times where you had to do some mindfulness and really take some deep breaths and hold your breath, or not hold your breath, but close your eyes. Take deep breaths and close your eyes. And I think that was really good, but I did think at the time that in an open plan office it probably wouldn't have been appropriate. So just to maybe book some space.
Oh, that's a good
where
idea.
You can do it alone, But highly recommend it. I think the staff one's around 45 minutes.
Yep.
And the managers for an hour, but definitely worth the time.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, most definitely will do that. And I think it's, like I said, it's been promoted on Viva Engage. So how pretty is it out here?
I know.
Isn't that just that lovely, that nice breeze happening? Yeah.
And like you said, those lovely yellow leaves, it was like we prepared them earlier.
Yeah. when we said that earlier.
Yes, that's right. Yes. We'll put that work order in.
Yeah, it's still funny.
Yes.
Coming up, we've got some really wonderful guests joining us on the podcast, and in the next month we're actually speaking to some pioneers, as they call it, from Sarawak campus. And Sarawak are celebrating 25 years of Sarawak campus. And so we've got two really awesome people to chat with, and that will be in early May. So this is about 12 months in the making, getting this podcast organised and the right people to speak with, and it's going to be terrific. I'm really looking forward to it, and I can't wait to share that with everybody.
Yeah.
And
I was going to say, I just really feel like we'd be honoured that they wanted to build this podcast into their 25-year anniversary celebrations, and to be able to use that as a way of celebrating what they do and talking to us. So it was quite nice. I mean, there's been a number of pre-meetings, probably more than we've ever done, but I think it's an important one, and so it's important for us to get it right.
Absolutely, and it weaves perfectly people and technology working together, so it really hits all of those Swinburne kind of key talking points.
Yeah, and given, global best practice, we did try to get a trip to Sarawak because, the podcast and everything, but apparently you can do it virtually, so it was really hard to justify.
It doesn't really work as well, I have to say. In person would be much better if you're listening. My passport is up to date and have never been to Sarawak, so just saying. We do have our friends from Sarawak joining us in the next month or so, and then after that we actually have a very special episode with the owner of Gomez, and that is Mai Nguyen. Everybody knows Mai on campus, and Anne, her barista. So she's a really key part of the community here at Swinburne University, and that will be coming up after the Sarawak one. So, oh my gosh, we've still got a full list that we haven't set dates for all the rest of the podcasts for the rest of the year, but we have got some really lovely guests joining us.
I think we might have to test Mai on people's coffee orders.
Yeah,
we might do a rapid. We'll get 10 names of 10 different staff and see if she can tell us what they order, and I reckon she'll get them right.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. I think she
love
will.
that.
Yeah, she definitely remembers. It doesn't matter if you're away for, a couple of days or a couple of weeks, or you're off working on another campus. As soon as you come back, she's like, "Yep, do you want your regular?"
Yeah.
Or with me, she's like, "Is it a decaf day or is it a full caffeine day?" And I'm like, "It's a full caffeine day." Yeah,
mine's always, do you want a hot coffee or a cold coffee? Oh,
leaves in the hair.
It's so lovely. I think that's a really good idea. I'm going to plan that in. Fantastic. Oh, there goes another one. You're probably wondering why we're sitting here at the Learning Circles, and...
Are you asking me or them?
Oh.
No.
You're probably wondering why we're sitting out here in the Learning Circles, and we have got some guests from Moondani Toombadul Centre joining us. We haven't actually set the date, but this is basically also a test run to see how well the audio works out here, and we think it's working so far so well when I press record.
Yes, that's right.
So that's something that we wanted to test, and this is the most perfect place to record an episode with the team from MTC. So that's what we're thinking, and I'd love to know what you guys think as well. So that's the plan, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
So
otherwise we'd be walking and doing hot laps and talking, and I just don't think we can multitask, especially with the video content now. So I think the Learning Circles is a great compromise to that.
Yeah, plus we get to sit down.
Yeah, there is that, yes.
Normally on a Tuesday, 12 o'clock at the Rocket Park behind us, Wakefield Gardens, we do hot laps, and it's a really great way to get out from behind the screen, get some fresh air. The weather's been really perfect. It's not so hot anymore, and it's a really great way to just, reset for the afternoon. And I've met so many new people that have been coming along, and last week it was really easy to remember the lady's name because her name was Nicola. So yeah,
Shout out to Nicola Russell.
yeah,
We used to work on the opposite side of on the opposite side of partitions.
Oh, yeah.
And so we were joking with you when, saying to you how every time someone came out and said Nicola, we'd both have to look around.
Yeah.
And to the point where we both started ignoring the people because we thought it was the other. So it can work both ways. So yeah.
yeah. So that's really funny. So it was really lovely to meet her, and you've been great bringing new people along. Everyone's welcome to join us, 12 o'clock. We normally do about 3 laps. Sometimes we forget how many laps we've done. We do an extra one, but normally back at our desk within like 25 minutes. So it's just a nice way to stretch the legs.
Yeah. And it's amazing how many people are working on things that you would have no idea unless you just bumped into them. It's that whole water cooler discussion, but
Exactly.
in the wild.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
Look at us go.
Yeah. Networking all over the place.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, the learning circles or at the park.
That's right.
All right, well, I reckon we've just about wrapped up.
Yeah, it's
I
been
reckon-
fun.
Yeah, this has been really cool. I think we should do this again.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so too. Now
bit-
we've got the technology thing happening. We've got the weather sorted. We just have to book this weather for next time.
I know, and I need to come a bit more calm next time.
Yeah.
And I was a bit stressed out.
all right.
I left things
I'm the same.
behind. And
Take a deep breath.
I
It'll
know.
all be fine. And then for me, I couldn't believe that I worked out how to use the tripod.
I know.
It's not like me to understand. Wait until I go back and tell Rowan that I was able to do my own technology. He'll feel unwanted and unrequired. So I'll always need him.
Oh, geez, I was just
Yeah.
having a bit of a day, a bit of a moment, As soon as I left the office, somebody called me that we're waiting on something urgent, so I have that on the back of my mind, and it was just like,
Yeah, I think there's a lot of multitasking going on at the moment before the holiday.
I know,
People trying to get
pressure,
things done, and
yeah.
everyone's got a different pressure. It just reminded me of seeing behind the scenes of a movie, and I can't remember what the movie is. I think it was Legally Blonde, and they had people up in the tree, like with the leaves. Because it was obviously part of the movie that the leaves were coming down nicely. I can just let people know there is no one up that tree letting these leaves dangle nicely behind us. So yeah,
it's perfect.
it's all nature.
It is. All right, well, that's about it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening and for watching today. Remember, you can tune in to the Swinburne Professional Staff podcast on Apple Podcasts, the Swinburne Commons. We have a YouTube channel. And feel free to send us a message, give us a thumbs up, or give us some feedback on this one. It's been really fun. And that's on Viva Engage, so we've got our own page there. So until next time, have a great Easter break, and we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, see you later. Bye.